Okay, back again, streaming a little bit earlier than normal, but it's Sunday, so got more free time. Don't have to wait till after work and after golf. Can take care of all that stuff earlier in the day. So another something I was thinking of is listening to a lot of music today, driving to and from golf, and then at the pool for a while. Is there's still just way too much happening in this song, and we're gonna have to start chopping elements out, but also doing a lot of side chaining for things that are happening at the same time. You can't just have things just playing. So it's like gonna have to be just side chaining or panning, just because it's still kind of busy. So let's just go through it scene by scene. Well, the side chaining I'm gonna do with automation, hopefully by group, and have them side chaining each other so that they're not competing so much, or just take it out completely. I'm also totally fine with that too. So let's go. Let me set the audio settings. If it didn't retain them, oh, it did. Okay, let's check out the first part of the intro. Good residue there with the in this melody part, particularly really. So there's some reverb on this far away rack. It opens up. There's a utility on here, but it doesn't. Okay, it's adding some width. All right, so not really any side chaining needed there. Nothing's really competing. It's sort of quieter. Things are being automated in with like filters opening up and etc. So let's check out the second part. I wonder what would happen if we take this. That's not the one. Big bangs and really just give it a lot of reverb. This just sounds really muddy because it's this. The reverb is set to have such a long decay, so that's not working. What is being sent to the reverb? So the choir's going there. You can't hear the. Why is it saying that the choir is going there, but you can't hear the choir in the reverb? You can hear the white noise, which is good. I want that. So this is not a representation of what's actually going to reverb, which, okay, when you solo it, I guess that's fine. So here's an example, right? We have the pad. Is it called pad gate? Yeah, we have pad, and then the space happening at the same time. And in the we've a couple days ago, we took that away. So it's checkerboarding. So it's on, one's off, then it's on, the other one's off, vice versa, or so on and so forth. So the first one that needs to come in here, we've had this. We've had so we've had that. What happens if I turn the gate off there? Okay, I'm just gonna leave it. So we've had that. So I'm gonna turn that off for this part and just have the gate, the pad gate going. It's a little bit too quiet. All right. So actually, I didn't do as much taking away. I did a little bit adding in of to beef up the what is it, the riser. So added in some, sending that to returns, delay and reverb returns. Still not really satisfied with the white noise, but that's something that's pretty transactional. Like that's a technical thing, but the sound of it can be improved. This is really just about the arrangement now. So with that, actually, I think I'm just going to bounce it down again and do another road test, just because I don't want to spend a bunch of time on, like, just because I need to start getting feedback on it from people in the dojo, my sensei in the dojo, producer dojo, that is, as opposed to just kind of sitting here in the echo chamber of just me listening to it. So let's do this. We need to go into each of these groups and figure out. So far away rack, I do not want to automate or play in. Fade to gray, that should be here, right? So fade to gray is active there. Good. Choir, I definitely want fade to gray. So that has fade to gray. So let's turn all these down, actually. Yeah, turn that down. Turn that down. What's the third one with fade to gray? Probably the melody. But it's not doing anything. Okay, so that's fade to gray. And then what's the fourth one? I guess it's on the instruments. Okay. Let's map that one. So that one's there. And then over here, we've got, which one is this? Why is it not? It's probably beat repeat, but it's probably not mapped. Yeah, it's not mapped to. And that's device on. Okay, so we need to remap. Do I want beat repeat? Beat repeat. Do I want you beat repeat? Yeah, it's useful. So only when we turn that should it bring it up. And then the same thing here. There's beat repeat here. Yeah. So only show it when we turn that. In the, oh gosh, what is that? The melody has it selected for, oh, what is, okay. Let's show the mapping. So I wish you could just click on a map. I don't want that. Oh, okay, it's gone. Yeah. I was like, I wish you could just. Why is it? No, I don't do that. And then beat repeat. Oh gosh. Okay, well, actually, if I go in here, okay, so beat repeat. Okay, good. And then it's probably on instruments. Yes, it is. What? Okay, so that's working. Let's just set it up on 16th for everything. It's a good place to start. Nice stutter effect. Why are you not showing up? There it is. And then the fourth bank, you can't see it on the MIDI. Oh, I gotta turn the light on. It's dark. The fourth bank is for returns, and I'm not going to, since there's automation of that happening that I want for the specific parts, I'm not going to mess with that while I'm playing it in. Okay, so let's go ahead and record this. And actually, before I do that, I need to save this as a new. Oh god, save this as a new version, and then I'm going to save another version that's just for the demo set. It's always so. The thing that stinks about recording or saving a version of a track where you've recorded like into from session to arrangement is that all that automation gets saved as well. So if you want to go back and change things, you can. It's just, and if like if that was a really good session that you recorded, then it's cool to have that, and you can go in and tweak things because it's like, oh, this is the version of the song that I want, and then tweak things within that automation that's already there. But most of the time, I find that the automation editing just takes too long, so I'd rather just start and record new automation, whether drawing it in or playing it like we're about to do right now. So I'm going to save this version as a new version of the track, and then save a separate version, same setup, but it's going to be used for recording into arrangement, and then that'll just be like there for posterity. If I wanted, if it ends up being a really good session, I'm like, okay, that's the version I want. So that's that. So we're saving it as version 8. So again, it takes a while for Ableton to save. There's a lot of files on here, a lot of samples. So we can go back through and see what's popping with some tracks that are in progress that have demos associated with them. Again, I think we've already gone over all of these on stream. So if I go in here and what has, so there's no demo there. There's no demo there. 811. There has to be a demo for 811 because that was a song. Okay, let's see what 811 that apparently was release worthy or potentially. Play it through this the correct output. It's amazing how quickly you forget about a song you've been working on if you take a couple of days off. In this case, I made it over 2 months ago. This is the demo. I really like the pads. I like the saw sound. Percussion is terrible, but that seems to be sort of my style. Yeah, I can see why I'd save this one. This has got potential for something. It sounds like Taco Bell's, like the chords, and even with the arpeggiation, it reminds me of Taco Bell's Canon in D major, or is it D minor? Canon in D. It just like there's something about this sounds extremely familiar for something that I just made randomly. So these are like some recommended drop sounds from the dojo, and it's like they didn't really fit in with the track, but the general theme, I think we could fix that. These like beat repeats and stuff, this is all those effects that I was just talking about that I just mapped to MIDI controller in the Do It Again track, or the 9/9 track. Okay, so that's 811. This is done saving. Oh, we're gonna have to save it again though, because we're doing a demo set version. So again, file management, it's really just saves so much of a headache. V8 demo set 799, because it's saving a whole new copy of this. That's why it takes so long. It's not just saving the changes, it's saving a brand new project. Okay, so 811 is one that has got potential. Chevy van we've talked about. 818. Do I have a demo? I have to have a demo of 818. Yeah. So this is the original demo. Okay, so this is 818. I go back and forth on this whenever I stumble across it. I'm like, oh yeah, this is the one that I like. Then I'm like, I don't know. And other times I'm really into it. It's got like a happy, like summertime party time feel to it that I like. And I think that's why I brought it into something that I wanted to release eventually. This is when I was doing a lot of experimenting with upping the rate of arpeggiation through a breakdown, which I guess I didn't do that here. Let's see if I do. Oh, I like this breakdown. Yeah. Hey, I like that drop. It's got to get bigger, but yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the power of counter melodies. All right, so let's play this in and then call it a wrap for this, and then that's the thing for next week. It's going to be all about just getting feedback on the track from as many people as possible within those communities that I'm involved in, and you, if you are watching this in October 2021 and have feedback on the track. But this version that we're bouncing down right now, or we're recording to arrangement view, will be into the SoundCloud, which will be linked in the video below. Okay, so clocking in at 4 minutes and 15 seconds. Some of the the fade to gray or the fade to gray did not seem to work on the tracks that I wanted it to there. So I have to automate that in later, but we're going to bounce this down. And since I've already saved this like 100 times in versions, I don't really have to worry about. This is the part where I always worry about a crash. That's taking everything that's in the track and processing it and putting it out to an MP3. And you can even put it out to a WAV or an AIFF. I'm just doing MP3 for just a quick small thing I can play in the car. But I've already saved this a bunch of times, so I don't really need to worry about if it does crash. There's other versions of it, so just taking a risk. Okay, BRB. All right, so we're bouncing this down. It'll be up on SoundCloud. And next week it's going to be all about getting feedback from whoever wants to give it. This is the version that I'm going to put out there as like feedback version for all things in the Producer Dojo. It's up on YouTube and on SoundCloud if you want to check it out. And but yeah, we're going to try to get this some feedback in this midweek of October and start working on the release. So we'll see you then. Thank you.